Are we in? Strapped in, ladies and gentlemen. 5,
Certified West
4,
Coast kitty cat killer.
3, 2.
I know you're real, but I'm realer.
1.
Certified West Coast kitty cat killer.
Yeah, I kill that cat.
Yeah, kill it. Cat.
Welcome to TikTok 2020. How's it feel to be a TikToker?
I watch so much TikTok.
Over the past weekend or just in general?
Just like
How did
the
it
last
change?
week. I don't know. Before I had it, like it wasn't like I didn't have the app.
Mm-hmm.
I'd watch just the ones that you show me, which were just fucking, they were good.
Yeah.
But then I just, once I started, you were right. As soon as I started scrolling past the girls with the butts and this stuff, once I stopped doing that, then it got a lot better.
Because your algorithm was just like the horny shit.
Yeah.
And then,
which was cool, right? Don't get me wrong.
Sure. I mean, you're
But
like
I could only be on
it's
there
intriguing. You're like, oh, what does this have?
Yeah.
But then once you start, like, you go like, okay, this is fucking dog shit, and you just start skipping that.
Yes.
And then you get to the good shit. Because then it'll start giving you, now you have generally the same algorithm I do.
I don't think so. Mine's kind of weird.
Why?
I don't know.
I don't get Addison Rae shit anymore.
No?
No.
Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, I still do get some of that. I still get a decent amount of the butts.
You know what's weird is when TikTok has this, their community, these, what do they call that generation? The Zoomers?
Yeah. No.
Which ones?
Yeah, the Zoomers.
That's what they're calling them?
Mm-hmm.
They will tear you down.
Dude, it's hot as fuck.
As fast as they pull you to, like, drag you up.
Really?
Like, people hate Addison Rae now.
Why?
I don't know. They despise her.
It's because she's in a relationship?
No, it was before that. Well before that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you remember the scrunchy face?
Yes, I love that.
So that's what, like, blew her up. And then it was like,
So cute.
because she became so popular, everybody fucking hates her. And, like, people saw her hanging out with David Dobrik. They're like, David, do not put her in the videos. She's not part of the vlog squad.
That's good.
That other person, I think her name is Bella Pooch.
I don't know.
Bella Pooch.
Wait, is that the is she like,
She has close-ups of her face.
she kind of looks like
She's like a skinny Vietnamese girl.
Yeah, like Vietnamese or Puerto
Yeah.
Rican, I can't tell.
I think she's an Asian. I think she's Vietnamese, and she has like tattoos on.
Wait, she might be Filipino.
She or Filipino. Filipino sounds right.
Filipino sounds right.
Yeah. So she got like a big, like one of her face videos where she was just bobbing it like that. Everybody saw that. Everybody loved it. And then 2 or 3 more videos later, people are like, why the fuck is she famous? Y'all blew her up for nothing. You guys are hyping this girl up. And that's every comment on these. It's like these 2 people, everybody was so down to like them. And then they get popular. They don't even do anything. They don't even do anything wrong. And these Zoomers are like, fuck this. How dare her make videos?
Yeah, I have noticed though, I think I pointed this out to you. I don't like when so you'll see content creators, they'll make a certain video, it blows them up, right? And then it's just like after that one time that they do it, they just try to recreate the video and do like very similar stuff, which I just hate. That's what I despise.
Yeah,
that's
I
why
don't like it generally either.
That's why
there
I've
are
been
some that I
liking
like it.
This Jordy 2D guy that we've been watching.
The Twitch streamer.
Yeah, he's very funny and he's also kind of like, he's always done the same thing, which is dope. But he had that, and even though he's kind of recreated that video a couple of times, but each time it's still pretty good. Like the idea of him giving a kid G Fuel.
If we win this game, kid, I'll buy you G Fuel.
What? Really?
It's annoying how much the kids are like, oh my god, this is all I've ever wanted.
I think it's all the same kid.
No, I think it's duos or like random that he picks up. And it just happens to be children.
Those are definitely like staged. They're not real.
They probably aren't, but they are funny.
They're so good. And my favorite one that you like, but you don't like it as much as me, is the one when he's dressed as Sonic the Hedgehog and it's just going panning around him, and it's like, you're never going to be a pro gamer. You need to stop snorting G Fuel.
I don't like those as much. Did you see the Tim the Tap Man have the Stream Sniper army?
Yeah.
That was good.
That was good.
Where I don't know how he got all the people to get into his lobby.
Yeah.
But he got them all
they
to
all
like
had riot
shields, and by the end of the lobby, it was just them.
Yeah, that's good.
That is good.
Yeah, I don't know. I love TikTok. The other day, I had a job that I had to be. I told you about this, where I had to be at it at like a certain time. So I was just like sitting in the parking lot, and it was just nonstop. Like I couldn't get off of that website.
Were you late to the job because of it?
No.
Oh, I thought you meant, so you were like had to get to your job at 10.
Yeah,
and
but
you
I
stayed
got
in
there
your
at
car,
like 9.
and you stayed in your car watching TikToks till 10.
Couldn't like leave off of it.
Yeah, it's the best app.
It's too good. It's too good. Dude, it's fucking hot as balls in here.
It's not that bad.
It's pretty hot.
I mean, I have a blanket on.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, because I was wearing no t-shirt for a while in preparation. I cooled my body down.
All of our friends have AIDS.
It is strange how quickly everybody got AIDS.
Yeah, like quicker than fucking.
Yeah, our initial plan this weekend was to go get AIDS with everybody else.
Yeah.
But then
we were going to fucking cut our hands, give each other handshakes,
but everybody
sex and
everybody
like
came early and did it on Friday.
How do you get AIDS?
I don't know. I'm pretty
Just
sure you
anal?
just said it.
Is it anal?
You can have AIDS from anal. But yeah, everybody has COVID. It's crazy.
It's insane that it was all kind of like at once too. They weren't really from this like it wasn't like they went to the same party and got it.
Yeah.
There was 3 people that like got it from 3 different places.
Of our closest friends, probably like 7 people that we know got it, and then like of people outside that circle, like 3 or 4 more.
Yeah.
We were alerted on Friday by this. So we canceled our Saturday plans.
Yeah, which was unfortunate, which then just turned into, because I had my hopes up the entire week of like going bar hopping and doing all that.
Yeah.
I just decided to wake up at 9, make a coffee, throw some bourbon and
Yeah, I was wondering why you wanted
Kahlua.
to drink from the early morn to the late noon. When did you end up going to sleep that night?
like 11.
Yeah, you know what? Even though we didn't go out, I had a great weekend.
Did you?
Yeah, did you not?
I had a bad time.
Did you?
No, I had a good time.
Man, I love not leaving this house. I've been parked in all weekend. This home. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were getting really emotional.
Was I?
You were like, yeah, I love this home. I just love it here.
Yeah.
Do you remember saying that?
No.
You were saying, I'm just so happy here. I'm so grateful to be in this home.
Yeah, it's a home too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you said house, and I had to correct you yesterday.
Okay, good. Thank God. Yeah, you can't just let me slip like that. We've made this place. It started off as just some random house, but now it truly is our home.
It's a home.
The other day, you invited our buddy Mike to some plans, like for a bonfire at our house.
Yeah.
And you were just like, hey, you want to come over by the house this weekend? Gonna have like a few people over for a bonfire. And the day before, I was like, hey, who's all coming, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, well, I mean, Mike didn't get back to me and everybody else what their plans were. And I was like, well, how did you word it? And I was like, did you let him know that it's like a home?
And then I restructured the text message, and he replied right away. He understood.
Yeah, exactly.
You got it.
Yeah. And I mean, you can't just invite, because when you say, hey, you want to come over to the house this weekend? People are just like, oh, it's just some random fucking house. Then they get in here and like
They immediately understand.
it's like a hug.
Yeah.
Like there's this aroma that just
Feels warm.
I mean,
it's nice.
I mean, it's mainly my stench.
Yeah.
But
It does hit you hard.
the stench does hit you hard. But after the stench, it really is homey.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, I but because I had that in my mind, that's why I just started. I ripped the fucking coffee, Kahlua, whiskey really early, 9 a.m. Cracked open a couple beers, had like 4 beers by 10:30.
We are getting dangerously low on Kahlua and Tito's and whipping cream.
Really?
I never thought we'd run out.
We had so much.
Yeah, I know.
And I at my brother's house, we had like 6 bottles of Kahlua.
Yeah.
We condensed it down to 2 just because I kept on always
And
buying
now
Kahlua.
we're down to our last bottle of Kahlua. We had initially 3 bottles of Tito's. We're down to our last bottle of Tito's.
But it's a big bottle of Tito's.
You're right. It is the big one.
That's a lot of Tito's.
And we had like 5 cartons of heavy whipping cream. It's down to 1.
Yeah, we're running low on
This
that.
is tough.
The shaking it really was fucking the move.
The thing is gross though because it curds up. The cream does.
No.
It does.
No, but it's not gross.
I mean, it looks gross,
Yeah,
but I'm not opposed to trying it.
it's better.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, and then at some point I was like, hey, I'll play Warzone with you if you beer bong a beer.
Well, we played Warzone initially. We played one game, got a 10th.
I dusted off the old keyboard.
We played 2 games, and then we got to a solid first place.
Yeah, we took a 10th originally.
I should probably grab that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, keep talking though.
So we took a 10th place the first time. Pretty good game all in all too. We had decent amount of kills, and then I got warmed up, and then we're back again. How's it feel to be back? Well, where we left off in the recording that we actually have. I was talking about our Warzone endeavors.
Yeah, that was fucking cringe.
And how we started off. I don't even know what we covered now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, we just stopped recording.
Yeah.
So for the first 10 minutes, if anybody was listening, we were talking about Warzone, and then we went on to talk about movies. I think I did a long story about Jonah Hill, the Martin Scorsese that's cut off.
Yeah.
We talked about the political election.
Yep.
We basically had a whole podcast already.
We literally had a robber. Somebody tried to rob us. Came through the front door, stood us up at gunpoint.
Yeah.
I fended it off. You were crying, I think, and I beat this guy down, stole his gun, and I said,
well, I wasn't crying.
Don't you were crying, and I said, don't ever show your fucking face here ever fucking again. And I did all this in front of the camera. It was all recorded. We had that, we thought, but it wasn't actually recording at the time. So, you missed out on David crying.
I wasn't crying. Me
beating down a fucking thief, a person trying to steal our livelihood inside of our home.
Is this the first time that a recording has stopped like that?
It's the first time that it's stopped, yeah. I mean, we've had issues in the past where we like the dogs barking one time, we end up stopping for that.
But not for that long, right?
Not for that long, no.
That was like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we did quite a bit. Is that freezer going now too?
Yeah, it does sound like it.
Yeah, it is. How did you get it stopped before?
I just have to go into the freezer. Should we cut it here again? Just fucking start it from the top?
No, we'll just keep on going.
All right, let it rock. I'll turn it off.
Go turn it off. But so yeah, you guys missed out on some crazy shit. Although David was crying like a little bitch the entire time, I looked super manly. So just imagine me beating the shit out of somebody. But I mean, I guess where we left off was our Warzone win. I forced David because we took a 10th place and a first place, and then I rage quit because I got killed by a helicopter, and right after that just quit for a while, forced David into doing a beer bong, recorded the entire thing, made him look like an alcoholic, even though in reality I was just getting trashed the entire time. But yeah, so we kind of covered that. I mean, we could go back into some of the stuff I guess we talked about how we have a new president now.
Yeah, I guess we could talk about the president that we have, that we've already talked about.
Yep.
I don't know. You said it's nice to actually have a president again compared to what we've been having.
Yeah, it's going to be cool that we're not going to be taken as a complete joke, because although
I don't know, Russia I think liked Trump.
Yeah, but
and Kim Jong-un, we don't get enough credit for that.
Yeah, true.
Donald Trump doesn't get enough credit that Kim Jong-un fucked with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he is the sexiest first lady.
By far, yeah.
By far.
I don't know. JFK's wife was fucking sexy too, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just it's weird because now I'm not going to know if we talked about it or not.
It doesn't matter. We'll just push forward.
But yeah, no, we've only had it happen a couple times. We had that one time where it was very early on, and it just made me give up completely. Was when we had that audio issue where
we had an issue where we had the video recording software pick up our mic
twice
through the mixer and also through the microphones in general. So early on in one of the podcasts, we had to because it was just all spliced together as one file. There's no way to separate the audio tracks, and it's just we could have scrapped the episode or just uploaded it, and we just decided to upload it.
Yeah, because I was stubborn and didn't want to record.
Do a whole nother hour.
Yeah, and at that time it was harder to do an hour. I think when I back then when I was like, oh, we need to produce an hour of content, it genuinely went through my mind for like 3 days. Like I had so much anxiety doing this at first.
Did you?
Yeah, you did too.
Yeah, I mean, mine was on the mic. I was nervous of like stopping from talking, or like just have dead air, or just not come across as funny.
Yeah.
Now
mine was just like, I never thought that we'd be able to do like 80 something episodes an hour long.
Yeah, I mean nobody watches them still, so it's not
it's not like we're doing anything. It's still substanceless, but we're doing it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Although we're just like fucking spewing out shit out of our mouth for an hour, we are spewing out enough shit.
Yeah,
to create 80,
which is more than you ever thought.
Like I said, it was. Even when we like had our whole life stories to tell, because at some point there was like, we could literally talk about everything and anything, and it was unheard of.
Yeah, I mean, it still is unheard because nobody has listened to it.
It's been heard by 3 people.
Yeah,
it's been heard by 3 people. But yeah, so at that time, I just thinking of doing another whole hour just seemed like grueling and like undoable. I thought that it just would have been impossible.
Yeah.
Now it's like we just had this, and it actually didn't make me that mad. I mean, I'm bummed about it because there was definitely something. There was some
like I wanted to get to Warzone, but now we have to play this for a little bit longer. We have to do this podcast for an extra hour.
Yeah, I did want to do some. I have to actually play League of Legends.
Oh my god, that's so fucking cringe.
But yeah,
dude, what is your rank right now in League of Legends?
Silver 1.
What, like, how much LP?
Like 40, I think.
It's okay, so you'll be able to get that tomorrow. So let's play Warzone tonight.
No, because I have the whole day today, whereas tomorrow I have to work.
You just want to get to gold? When's the season end?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it's very cringe. But yeah, no, just going back, I mean, I do like, so at first you were just worried about the content within it, like being good. That was what gave you anxiety. Me, it was always just like coming up with that. I don't know. And like, if I look back on it now, obviously, if we were to redo like the first couple episodes and just talk about like very similar to the same things with the experience that we have now, obviously it's not doable because like, you know, obviously we had to do those episodes in order to get the experience.
Yes.
It's like having that much shit to talk about just seems so nice because like, we could have probably done like 2 hours the first like couple episodes.
There was the initial I thought that it was going to be possible every single week to come up with a new segment to do, which is just such a monumental task to come up. And like coming with a segment in general is like, it's not hard necessarily, but you know, it takes a lot of work, and to do it every single week was just like, there's no way to.
It stressed you out a lot.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm. Because for a while too, we were doing clips, which we should get back into getting clips of this thing.
Yeah, but it's hard to know what is when we're in it. It's hard to know what it is. I used to just like when we started that clip channel, I was just like clipping every fucking thing every like,
which
2
I did
minutes.
If we were to have somebody do that, I think that Brandon's the best person to do that.
Yeah, but it requires him to know how to do it and like what to actually.
It's not that hard,
and it's like a lot of work, to be honest, to listen to this whole podcast and like find stuff.
That's the worst.
The worst part is listening to it for real. It's hard.
Yeah, because it's hard to listen to you.
Yeah, it's hard to listen to you.
No,
and it's just like a lot. The clips would be like a cool thing for people to get into. Mm-hmm. But I think realistically, we just need to have like a. We need to grow
start making good stuff.
We need to grow like a fan base or like make content that people are interested in watching, and then they'll probably eventually come to the podcast. And by then, I think we'll be able to find.
You're saying that I should like start up like a Chatterbait.
Whatever you want to get the grow this audience, sure.
Okay. I'll fucking creep my pants online.
And maybe if we make a TikTok of that, that'll get it.
Me coming?
Sure. Whatever you want.
Pretty good at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's cool to think because I don't think that we talk about that enough. How far we've actually like come and how like not because it like legitimately was tough at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think just like even then I had this I had this issue that I also had on stream for a long time too. I did this thing that you hated, which was
the streamer voice. Yeah.
Which I mean, I might still do it every now and then, but like it was because when I was nervous, and you thought that I was doing it because like
I don't know why you were doing it. It just bothered me.
Yeah, you hated it.
Yeah, you couldn't just talk.
Yeah, I had to talk like this, and I would always talk like this and change up my voice. But in reality, it just was like me being nervous, and I was like, oh, I want them to like. Now it's like I'll just sound like Alex Jones, who gives a fuck. I mean, I know that.
Well, yeah, it sounds better when you just talk like you.
Thanks.
Then like
that's the best compliment you've ever given me.
It would just like. It would bother me so much, it's like stop doing it, and you would get upset with me to like. You would say like that's what you have to do. You have to talk like that. Do you remember that? You have to talk like that to get people to like watch you.
No, mine was.
You would argue with me.
My voice wouldn't come through clearly.
Okay.
At first, and I was like, I have to talk like that in order for it to pick it up. But in reality, it just was me being nervous.
Yeah.
And it did. I don't know. My voice did have an issue at the beginning where we couldn't like get the settings right because I just sounded like shit all the time. So I did genuinely think that it helped, like at the time.
Yeah.
But it was just me being nervous because I did it on stream too. Like when new people would come in, I still think on stream I'll do it every now and then where like a new person will come in and I'll be like, "Thanks, brother. Thanks for the follow, man."
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, stop being a fucking little bitch.
I like
Shit.
I don't.
What are hemorrhoids?
I don't know. You don't have them.
Okay.
Ask Brandon. I don't really like the. Hey man, thanks for the bits. Welcome to the street. Like it's just like such a. Everybody kind of says it because it's kind of what you have to do. But I did like that Jordy post where my girlfriend just broke up with me. He's like,
my girlfriend of 2 years just broke up with me
because I'm playing Call of Duty.
Because I keep on playing Call of Duty.
It's like, great, more time for COD. You're lucky, man. Congrats. Thanks for the bits. The way he said it so casually and like right into it. Hey man, thanks for the bits. That's great.
I've got to tune into his stream because I got to know if he's just always like that,
like very toxic,
or no, just like I got to know if this shit's natural. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Because it's like on TikTok and it's coming from like this perspective of him streaming, but like, is this actually happening? Like where he like responds to something like that?
Oh, because like it's so normal.
Yeah.
Or like when he's downed and call an ambulance, but not for me.
Not for me. And then
he kills those people?
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder if that is. Like, I mean, those are great clips then.
Yes.
I mean, he's like a fantastic streamer then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a top tier.
Mm-hmm.
I've never tuned into his stream and I just got into his TikTok.
It does seem weird that there are the Twitch streamers that you think of Call of Duty. You think of the Tim the Tap Man. You think of Nick Marks. You think of Nate Shot, right? These are the Call of Duty Twitch streamers.
Those are the people that made him big, too.
And then you have, like, the TikToker Twitch streamers, which are, like, Jordy, that guy Benson he was talking about, Sally his dog. Do you know who that guy is?
No.
These are, like, people that are popular on TikTok that also stream. But they seem different, but they do the same thing. Because they have like a TikTok fan base that doesn't go to their Twitch stream. I don't.
And well, you just won't go to anybody's Twitch stream.
No. It's not for me. It's not made for me.
You can't even get onto my Twitch stream.
No.
That being said, Twitch is in a detrimental state. I think that it's actually hot garbage right now. I think that it's so bad.
Because of like the copyright?
The DMCA.
Yeah.
So this is a new thing where people are still getting, because it's in their database, people are still getting like striked and shit, even though they deleted all their clips for listening to music. DMCA is just like a copyright takedown of these things. And
it's weird to see it because, well, it happened to YouTube in the early days where they were like really cracked down on it. And now YouTube's copyright is pretty cut and dry now. I mean, there's still some weird shit
it
where
follows real copyright guidelines and stuff.
But I think Twitch is like now was in the wild west for a while, and now because it has so much money, Amazon's behind it. that's where like you're starting to see these DMC like them finally like come into it. Yeah. And I think they probably from what it sounds like is they just don't understand how to do it properly yet, or like everything is coherent.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's because in reality, if you think about it, it makes no sense that they're taking down these streams for that, because the people that are benefiting from the music are the creators. I mean, they like people. If you have 50,000 people tuned in, or think of like Twitch as a whole, there's like hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of just like streamers online at any time. And if they're playing music, it's the best way to get like the music out there. Like,
yeah.
There's been multiple times where I'm like, oh, I hear a song on there.
I understand though why from the outside media they think it's detrimental to the artist. It's because they just want to get their hands in the pie, like in the pockets. They just want a piece of the pie, right? Yeah. So they're like fighting for their artists. They think like, oh my god, they're playing your music in the background. You are like deserving of that money. Mm-hmm. Although it has like probably 0%. It doesn't really affect the stream almost.
It doesn't impact it
at all.
Yeah. I mean, it kills. The nice part about it is it kills dead air. That's all it is. Even for me, like it kills dead air, or it like sounds out like the external sounds like behind me and stuff, which is nice because I don't have like that great of a setup for my mic and shit. But yeah,
it was surprising that streamers could play music like that for so long.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know. They need to figure something out for that,
because you knew that was gonna like.
But it's also now ad block doesn't work.
What do you mean?
On Twitch, you're not able to use ad block. Like it doesn't block ads on Twitch anymore.
Can't you just download different ad blockers?
And no. And I guess if you use an ad block, now they are like making it so you can only watch streams in like 480p.
Oh, really?
If you have an ad block installed.
Oh, that's fucking cringe.
It's very odd. And it's like, it literally ads make streams unbearable to watch. Mm-hmm. Like it's just not. It's in such a bad state. They need to do something different with it.
But Twitch. Also, like, aren't ads important to the creators?
No.
Don't they get a percentage out of that?
I've made a couple $1,000s off of streaming. Yeah. In the last like 3 years. You know how much of it was ad revenue?
I have no idea.
I think out of that few $1,000s, maybe $1.80.
Yeah, but because
at bigger
streams, it affects it.
So
and
no,
if, like it doesn't.
Not really, because I mean it does and it doesn't. Like you still get a decent amount, but it's not like that impact. Like people. Reckful had this. The reason why he came up with the donating. So Reckful is a streamer that passed away. Talked about it before. He started this thing on Twitch, which was the donation button, where he put a link directly to his PayPal, so people could. And it was just like this innovative thing, like, hey, pay me money. I want you guys to run ad blocks. Like he'd tell people, like, run ad blocker because like I don't want you to miss out on the content. Because you can't control the ads sometimes.
Oh, you couldn't?
Yeah. I mean, you can run ads, but some people would just get hit by ads like at random times.
Yeah.
So it just like...
So you would tell people to run ad blocker
and just donate. If you want to support the stream, donate.
Not everybody has that mentality though.
But then he showed like, and the reason why was because he showed like the amount of money revenue. He was getting like, at the time this was early on, and he was like getting like 5,000 viewers a day.
Which is a lot.
Yeah. And for the month, he made 80 cents.
From ad revenue?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's just like, it's not... I mean, the ad revenue in general just isn't there for like a lot of things.
For YouTube, it was significant, and I think it still is.
It was and is if you fit their guidelines.
Yes,
so like,
right.
So if you say one fuck, one shit, if you say cunt, your channel's gone. But we can say whatever
that
we want.
Graham Stephan TikTok that you just saw, he is like he's a financial guru on TikTok. He's like one of the people that got me into the credit card game.
Yes.
And that's like what his channel is. But even more specifically, his video content is tailor-made to essentially get the most bang for your buck out of the AdSense and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So he gets like a fuck ton of money through ad revenue. Yes. And his videos, like, they do pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. But they don't even come close to the amount of views that like a David Dobrik does. but I guarantee he makes through YouTube alone makes significantly more money than
yeah.
like a David Dobrik does.
I mean, David Dobrik's like showed it, I think, before where he
I don't know
where he makes like nothing, and like people talk about it constantly where he makes like nothing from ad revenue.
Yeah.
And that guy, the TikTok that I watched, it showed him like making like $3 million
over the course of a couple of years.
Yeah.
Through just YouTube ad revenue alone, nothing through like, not through sponsor posts or,
which obviously David Dobrik does fucking
right. That's where he gets his money.
Yes,
is like sponsored posts and also merch and shit like that.
Yeah, it's
and like TV deals and
it is weird. I don't know. It's just
I don't know how that guy makes money now. Not that he doesn't do any fucking YouTube videos.
TikTok and Twitch. He's streaming now.
I know, but
he streams daily.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that's
he gets a good amount of viewers too.
Yeah, I mean,
he's obviously not making as much.
Who doesn't want that guy to make videos again?
Everybody wants to make videos again.
That's constant on TikTok. Whenever he makes a TikTok, the comments are like, "Go back to making vlogs. Go back to making vlogs."
Do you think that he'll ever come back?
I thought he was going to initially in March, whenever because I thought he was on the Tonight Show. Mm-hmm. Oh, and he might have said this somewhere. I don't know where he said it. But he was saying
it was on Jimmy Fallon.
When COVID hit, it immediately changed everything, obviously, including his videos.
Yes.
But he didn't want to continue because of the way his setup. Like, there isn't no definitive, the COVID videos are over because of the way YouTube is. Yeah. With like a Jimmy Fallon, they did everything at home, and you immediately could tell the difference. But when he gets back into the studio, you could be like, it's back. Yes. Like you can see the flip of the switch. But with David Dobrik, because everything's YouTube and everything's already kind of at home, you couldn't really tell the difference. Like the videos were going to be like more lackluster in general because of everything.
Yes.
But like, he just didn't want to diminish the videos, which I understood.
Yes.
Now we are at a point where it's been 6, 7 months, 8 months of it. And I don't know if he will come back. I don't know anymore. It just seems like
I don't think that he's going to make that style of video for a long time, because the issue is to get those 4 minute and 20 second videos. He like does a lot of editing down of like long shoots and all day stuff, and like I think that guy's very self-aware. Like he's a guy that like understands, and like in order to make the videos that he wants to make, he'd have to have like parties, go to parties.
Yes, he has to do a lot of the things that COVID
prevents and it tells you not to do. And I think that he doesn't want to give that like reputation. Like, I mean, you see people like Jake Paul going to parties, and it's like people are just shitting on him the entire time. I don't think that he wants that.
Yeah, that's probably what has to do with it. And
I mean, I think that guy, bringing up Jimmy Fallon, I think that that's going to be his route at some point.
Is what, to do a talk show?
I think so. I genuinely believe that.
Yeah, probably.
Just because that guy is such a personable person and like a likable person.
Which is weird because I think the definition of what a talk show host, of what it was and is, I think has changed throughout time. Yeah. From the Johnny Carson days all the way to Jimmy Fallon. The idea of what a talk show host in David Dobrik's mind is more of like a Jimmy Fallon who is like likable, and David Dobrik does seem like the next archetype of that.
Yes,
but if you look back,
but even different than Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, for sure,
because he doesn't come from comedy roots.
I know
he doesn't, but
he doesn't come through the same way like a Jimmy Fallon or a David Letterman came through, or Jay Leno, which or Conan. They all talk show hosts are different. But David Dobrik doesn't feel like any of the other ones before, which is an interesting shift of like.
It'd be a shift that I'd like to see, though. I think that guy, the way that he
he probably would make it reinvigorate that like, because talk shows, nobody's pretending like they haven't gotten stale, right? There's too many of them. They don't just have the same. They don't hold the same weight that they used to. Like the Tonight Show used to dominate.
Yes.
Not even just like Johnny Carson, but even like fucking
every show
Jay
would be
Leno,
turned off in order to watch.
People watched the fuck out of Jay Leno, and even like when Jimmy Fallon hit the scene with the Tonight Show. I mean, it fuck ton of numbers. Yes. So many people watched it in like early 2010 area. Now, who gives a fuck?
You know what it is, right?
Go for it.
I think that it's because, especially in the Carson era and stuff like that, there was this divide between celebrities and like the everyday person like me and you.
So
you didn't see them all the time.
You're right.
They didn't have social media.
Yeah.
They weren't posting on there. You didn't see pictures of them left and right.
Yes.
So
the idea of celebrity was a little bit different from now. Like celebrity was such a
untouchable.
Yeah, they were so unique. You're like, wow, what? Oh my god!
And what's he doing?
Yeah,
like who's he married? The way that you'd figure out if they were getting married or something was them going on the Tonight Show.
Yeah.
Whereas if like somebody gets on a knee in front of like if Leonardo DiCaprio like goes and ties his shoe in front of a woman,
yeah,
TMZ is posting, oh, Leonardo DiCaprio just
the idea is like the layers of celebrity has gone away a lot because of social media.
Social media, TMZ, paparazzi, stuff like that. It's just like it's broken down that layer, and it's so easily accessible that you can find it pretty much everywhere. So when you see them on these shows too, it almost feels worse because it's fake. These people are going on there, and like in reality, when we used to see them on there, we'd be like, "This is the true them." They're not. Yeah. They're like because they were like most of them are actors. You'd see these actors on there, and you'd be like, "Oh shit!" They're not like trying to play fucking Ron Jeremy right now. They're just like cock out, hanging out, fucking
right. But and most people didn't think that, or didn't know that the conversations are all. Like they're
scripted.
They have pre-interviews. Like know the questions you're gonna get. Comedians don't do that per se. Like
all the time. I mean,
comedians will run the jokes by a.
You say that, but not every comedian gets that. I mean, like Seinfeld's allowed to just like do whatever he wants.
Yeah, Seinfeld does whatever. He doesn't do any pre-interview.
Like Dave Chappelle, I'm sure like gets away with it.
But like
these big time people. But then like you go to like any other random Bill Burr gets to. You go to like any random person, and I'm sure that
they know every joke.
Like even Tom Segura and like Bert Kreischer, if they go on, they like probably have to do the pre-interview.
Yeah.
Like not everybody gets away with that.
No.
Like it started with like what's his name? Who they always used to go on Carson, and everybody like thinks that he's like this comedic.
Oh,
genius.
Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, Andy Kaufman.
Yeah.
It started with like him just being able to do whatever he wanted.
Yeah.
But it's not like every comedian gets that.
No.
Because there's so many comedians that go on. Like, I don't know. It is cool when that is the case though, because you see this genuine reaction.
I just started watching. Speaking of Johnny Carson and all this, I think you knew about this. I think you've heard of it. Mm-hmm. So many comedians have been talking about it, like the documentary, The Comedy Store. Mm-hmm. So that's out now.
Oh, really?
It's on Showtime. And we have Showtime where you can just watch it.
Do we?
Yeah. And every single
something new.
Every episode is an hour long, and it's like a 5-episode series, so it's about a 5-hour documentary. And I'm watching the first episode is like the beginnings of the Comedy Store, where like Letterman and Jay Leno and Richard Pryor, Jim Carrey, Michael Keaton's in this documentary. Like so many fucking
really?
Yeah, because Michael Keaton started off as a comedian before he was Batman. And
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You either like live long enough to see yourself be a hero or something a villain.
Nailed it.
Yes.
That's the quote. And from his movie.
Yes.
And it's...
That guy is actually really fucking talented as
Michael Keaton?
Yes.
Yeah, who doesn't like him?
He's just...
All my homies love Michael Keaton.
Him in Homecoming is amazing.
Yeah.
That
Spotlight?
Never seen that movie.
I know. Birdman?
I've never seen that movie, but I've heard a lot about it. Because that's a like one take, like long take.
It's not actually one take, but yeah,
it's like
it's shot like that. Yes,
long takes and shit.
But back to the Johnny Carson talking about how the Tonight Show dominated the world. If you were a comedian, Johnny Carson had moved the Tonight Show from LA or from New York to LA, and the place that he got all the comedians was from the Comedy Store. Like that's where.
Oh, really?
So he would talk about it all the time, and this is where. That's where all the comedians went, was the Comedy Store back during that time. If you made it on the Tonight Show, you made it. And they all talked about how if you did your 5 minutes, if Johnny if he waved you over to the couch, that was it. You were cemented in American culture because that means he liked you. and like you would go on to do like you'd have an act essentially. You have like you could fill a theater and make money.
I think that Carson fucking sucks.
Yeah, I don't like Johnny Carson.
No,
he's just so I didn't grow up with Johnny Carson. I don't fucking know anything about him. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a bitch.
Fuck Johnny. I like David Letterman. David Letterman's legitimately good.
I think that Letterman's actually really good.
Yeah. Jay Leno, we technically grew up with Jay Leno, but like,
fuck that guy.
I don't. Whenever like my dad would have Jay Leno on, my dad like probably fucking loved Jay Leno. My dad probably loved Jay Leno.
He does like some shitty stuff sometimes.
I know. I just like I never liked the voices that he did. I was like, man, this guy fucking sucks.
He has an annoying voice, a punchable face.
Yeah, it's
like
that chin.
He's just like so unlikable. I don't get it.
You know how he got that Tonight Show job?
He beat the shit out of Conan.
That's all you need to know. Yeah,
he whooped Conan's ass for that job. Which I mean, props to him, but Conan's not like a great opponent.
No.
I'd whoop Conan's ass too. I mean, if you told me today I got to punch Conan in the face and I could have the Tonight Show, hey, he's getting fucking decked. He's getting rocked. I'm dropping him in one punch.
So he took over for Johnny Carson. It was like between him and David Letterman. Like they were both gunning for the job. They had both been on the Tonight Show plenty of times, and both of them. I think Johnny liked David Letterman a little bit more, but Jay Leno, he would like go to the NBC studios and lock himself in closets and like listen in to like hear what the executives are looking for, and that's how he got the job. Like he would hear what they needed, and then he just became like what they wanted, and that's how he got the job.
Is that real or is that just?
I swear to God.
How do people know that?
Because he said it.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
So like
it's like Watergate scandal.
And he also like I think he like sabotaged David Letterman. So they had beef forever. It was like David Letterman versus Johnny Carson, and a lot of people or Jay Leno. And a lot of people thought Jay Leno stole the job from David Letterman.
Yes.
And then Letterman had his show, like the Late Show. And it was like the Late Show versus the Tonight Show, and then they would battle back and forth. They would like talk shit about each other, and like if you were out there a Leno guy or a Letterman guy. So years go on, and it's like he's seen Jay Leno is seen as the guy who stole Letterman's job. It's funny enough. Then Conan O'Brien, what happens with Conan?
He whooped his ass,
beat his fucking ass, and took his job.
Got into a fight.
And then goes on to do the same thing to Conan.
The guy is just kind of a cocksucker.
Yeah.
Like, and he's got a cocksucking face.
Yep.
He's got such a stupid fucking
Even
face.
Jimmy Kimmel, like, had him on his show just to talk shit to him.
Really?
Yeah, like, you're just, like, the shit that you did to Conan, to let it, like, nobody likes Jay Leno. Everybody hates him.
I like Kimmel, too.
Yeah, Kimmel's great. I like Kimmel. He's never been the favorite, but I love Kimmel.
Yeah, I do love me some Kimmel.
I like him better than I like Jimmy Fallon.
Really?
Yeah, I do. What do we got in time?
Yeah, I think so too.
Where we at?
32 minutes, so we're at 42 minutes.
Yikes. Yeah. This is the longest podcast we've ever done.
Yep, technically. And you know, we really haven't gone back on any of the stuff that we've said. We've just talked about new stuff now.
Yeah, I literally couldn't talk about politics anymore. Yeah, I mean, we did it for like 20 minutes.
Yeah, we talked about it for a long time. I did have something else to say to you. Didn't write it down. We had our first like round table this last week.
Oh, right. Let me finish off the Comedy Store documentary.
Okay.
So I haven't watched it fully. First episode is like the beginnings.
Well, you seem pretty informed on it.
And then it's
you've watched a lot of it.
Then the second episode, I'm guessing, is gonna be like the dark times, or like the third episode. The fourth episode is entirely about Joe Rogan.
Really?
Because everybody, like, the reason why the Comedy Store now has life, everybody attributes to Joe Rogan.
Yeah, the guy did flip it around because of his podcast.
So they'll talk about the Carlos Mencia beef, him leaving the store, what happened after that, and I'm really interested for that episode.
Yeah.
So
you want to watch that shit?
Sure, we can. You want to watch that episode specifically, or you want to watch all of them? Thing? Sure, we can.
Is Pauly Shore in it?
He executive produced it. I don't know if he's in it though.
Oh, really? I mean, I feel like he's got to be, right?
Probably.
I do like that guy.
Mitzi Shore is from Wisconsin. I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
No idea. I didn't know.
I got very uncomfortable watching Pauly Shore on Bobby Lee's podcast.
Why?
Because I guess Bobby Lee had a I think it might have been in the documentary or whatever, where he was talking about eating Mitzi Shore's pussy and stuff. And like,
I do remember that.
Just him saying some like.
And Pauly seemed like legit mad.
Yeah, he seemed legit.
Yeah.
He was like, "That's my mom, man." It's like, what do you expect from Bobby, though?
I don't know. I would say I'd eat your mom's pussy out.
Yeah,
You'd be fine with it.
especially if she's got like a tasty one.
Come on now. That's your mom.
Yeah, I do. I am interested in watching that though. You and I sat down. Have you come up with anything?
I got
tomorrow?
ideas.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Did you write any of it down?
Mm-hmm.
No, you didn't.
Then why ask?
So I reminded you today.
If you
I brought it up. The only reason why I brought it up in the podcast.
If you don't think that highly of me to bring stuff to the round table, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah.
Because we have round tables in this house.
Yes.
If you don't think that highly,
irony.
then why ask?
It's irony.
What's the irony?
There's no round tables in this house.
Okay.
None of them are round.
You don't believe in me? You don't think I'm gonna bring stuff?
I mean, now that I brought it up to you, if I didn't bring it up,
You thought I was just gonna show up on Monday with nothing.
Yes. I think that you probably would have tried to even skip out on it.
That's funny.
No, I don't think that you tried to skip out on it.
That's funny. I got real shit. I got ideas.
You don't.
Plenty.
Which is good that I brought it up right now.
Plenty of ideas.
Because I genuinely believe that you... Because I told you at the end, we went through like my notepad, which is just like some written down jokes, written down TikTok ideas, video ideas, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got those.
And you, although very helpful and going back and forth with you is always productive.
Thank you.
You brought nothing.
I brought plenty.
Other
Then what, me?
Other than yourself,
which is a lot.
You brought nothing.
You're welcome.
What can I expect? You don't bring a whole lot to the table.
You're welcome.
In general.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, what else we got to talk about? We want to go back on any of like how we both unanimously think that Martin Scorsese sucks.
You know what's weird is I think his name is actually Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna call him that.
Neither am I.
He's a bitch.
Fuck him.
He's worse than Spectrum.
We've learned that Martin Scorsese
directed Shutter Island.
Shutter Island, which
Nobody
didn't believe me. I told you that great Jonah Hill story, which I'm not gonna repeat.
That story was all right.
You thought it was all right?
Yeah, it was like okay.
That's a cool story.
It's like whatever.
I'm not gonna repeat it. If anybody's made it this part of the podcast, look up Speed Round with Jonah Hill and Bill Simmons on HBO.
Pretty much Jonah Hill just like couldn't get a take right. He did the take really badly 15 times. Martin Scorsese read a newspaper. He was calm.
There you go. You got it.
And he was calm then.
Yeah.
I think that Martin Scorsese jerked him off because he's a fucking little bitch.
He is really small. You know that, right?
Yes.
He's a tiny man.
He's a small little man.
And he thinks Marvel movies aren't movies.
Yeah, he thinks that they're garbage.
He thinks they're amusement rides.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of has a point. He kind of doesn't.
I mean, none of his movies are as good as any of the like Marvel movies.
Thank God.
That guy's never,
correct.
Except for Wolf of Wall Street, he hasn't made a single good movie.
Yep.
And we came to that conclusion earlier. You don't like any of his movies either.
Not one. Not a one. Do you watch anything that Bill Simmons does or like listen to him?
Nope.
I listen to the Bill Simmons podcast. It is fucking good.
The only Bill Simmons that I listen to is my dad.
Keep going.
My father, Bill Simmons. I listen to what he has to say. Fuck that other Bill Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
I just got beef with kind of everybody right now.
Yeah, you just...
I'm pretty edgy.
Once you put the do-rag on.
You were such a bitch.
What?
We made it almost 2 hours.
Without me bringing it up?
Oh my God. You fucking... You blew it.
Blew what?
Scrap it all. Scrap it.
Take it
Start
from the
it
top.
over. Take it from the top. We're doing 3 hours today, bitch.
Oh,
you wanted to play Warzone, huh? But then you decide to bring up the do-rag after 2 hours of filming. We've done 2 hours of filming, only have an hour to show for it. But just know,
You just want to 8 mile these people.
I fucking whooped some guy's ass that tried to rob us at the front door in this do-rag. You didn't bring it up that entire time. You just cried.
No, sir.
Sucked
Just
on your thumb and cried in the corner.
Tears in my eyes.
Yes. And you decide to bring up the fucking do-rag.
Have we made it to 40 minutes?
Yeah, we're at 40 minutes.
Where are we at? 40 minutes
39.
Flat? Are we at 39?
Yes.
Are we really?
Yeah.
So we still have to do 10 minutes?
Yes. But I can't believe you, man. I thought that we were going to make it this because we would have made the first entire episode. I mean, the first recording. We would have made it through that entire thing without you bringing up the do-rag once.
Well,
I wear do-rags now.
I'm not saying anything about it. I'm saying that once you get to a certain point of a podcast, you just have to you start grabbing at anything you see. You're fucking
and this was the last thing. This was the last ditch effort.
Yeah.
This was the last thing that you're going to talk about.
We are at 2 hours.
Because that's going to be probably one of the first comments. What's James doing wearing a do-rag?
Yes, but nobody's going to get to this point of the podcast, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah, so it's never going to get brought up again.
So it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I wear do-rags now. My hair's just getting too long, so I can't wear a hat because all of them fit me like yarmulkes.
Yeah.
No matter what. Flat brim hats. I could go to you know how there's the fucking, what is it called when you can click the back or whatever?
Snapback.
Clickbacks. You know, the clickback. I can go to the very last hole on that and it still just only fits on the top of my head. Like a yarmulke.
So yeah, I get it. That makes sense why you want to wear the do-rag.
So, I mean, now I have the do-rag and it covers up my shitty ass hair. You should start wearing do-rags.
Our regional Asian friend, Nick Coplin, messaged me. Mm-hmm. He watched one of our podcasts and he gave me a quote that I think I said, yeah, you can still do yellow face. That's okay. And then he wrote, hey, you probably can't get away with that later in life. Right? Later on. And then I wrote back, yeah, probably not. And then he just replied, LMAO.
Yeah, I'll do yellow face.
Yeah, I mean, so as of currently, right now,
yeah,
you can still do yellow face, I'm pretty sure.
And I'll tape down my eyes, too.
You can still... Don't know if you can tape your eyes, but you can probably paint yourself yellow.
Yes.
And, if people are like, well, that's racist. I'm Homer Simpson. You can just get away with that.
Yes.
But how deep into it do you think we can get away with yellow face? 4 years, it's too.
But because
you can do white face forever.
Yes.
Nobody's arguing that.
Yes.
Blackface, if you do it first, I'll do it right after you.
Yeah. Yeah, and I will do blackface.
Sure.
You know what? Do you think that people ever get offended by blueface? So many people do blueface.
The Blue Man Group?
Does the Blue Man Group just get pissed off?
It is crazy how deep they get into their eye sockets. When they paint shit.
You told me one time, yeah, you'd like the Blue Man Group. I would never watch that shit.
wait. Why didn't you like them?
I would hate that.
Have you been to a show?
I think so.
They're good.
Actually, I went with you, and it was dog shit.
Wait, when?
You remember that? It was the Bucks game.
Was the Bucks opener, and we got hammered, and the Blue Man Group was that show was good.
It was so bad. Remember? You even said that it was bad because it was only 5 minutes long.
Yeah. And I said you would like them. You were like,
it's normally pretty good. I was like, this was garbage. It's shit. What do they do? They shoot out marshmallows
out of their mouths. Yeah.
Yeah, and they just smack fucking drums.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I can do that.
And they spit paint out?
I'll do that in fucking blackface. Except it'll be 4 dudes playing bass guitar.
You should show up to... That's not bad. You should show up to a Blue Man Group tryout in blackface and... Fuck.
I really like the idea of that Black Man Group, but it's just a bunch of people covered head to toe in black paint, and they just all play bass guitars.
That is such a good joke of the South Park. All right, Togan, go to your parents' basement and get the bass guitar. And he's like, why would my parents have a bass guitar? And they're like, they always have a bass guitar. And then they show up to do the Christian rock, and he goes, funny enough, Carmen, they did have a bass guitar in their basement.
Yes, it's really good.
God, man, Matt
Stone, Trey Park,
and Matt and Trey shaped my humor so much.
Was there ever a point, and if you deny it, I think that you're a liar. Was there a point when your humor was just quoting movies or TV shows?
Yeah.
There was a point where I just would quote South Park, and that was my humor.
Yeah.
That was just the joke. There was nothing else to it. It was me just ripping off of South Park
or YouTube videos,
which some people weren't like allowed to watch. So like I'd be able to like just regurgitate it.
I think
like the F word, that was like that was the funniest video. That was the first time I think that I can remember back when I cried of laughter.
Which one? With the motorcyclist?
You fucking Jew? And then he goes, you can't say the fucking F word. And he was like, what, Jew?
That made you cry of laughter?
Yeah, I don't remember.
The quote exactly?
I don't remember. It was them in the classroom and fucking, what's the teacher's name?
Mr. Garrison.
Mr. Garrison's in the front.
You saw that
and they suck my balls, and he's telling him to suck his balls. Yes.
You saw that at the Denver Broncos game, they just filled the arena with South Park cutout characters.
No,
they've done that at like most of the games.
Really?
Yeah, at the Broncos games, it's all just South Park characters.
That's funny.
Including like Randy, Stan, Kyle, Kenny, Cartman.
Yeah, that show's just so good. It's written so well, and it comes up with it in like a week's time.
That's the craziest thing.
Nuts.
Yeah, I obviously haven't watched South Park in many years. You as well.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a point where I had watched every episode many times, and every Wednesday I'd catch a new episode.
Yes.
And I thought it was the craziest time. Let's go back to 2008. Barack Obama was running as president. John McCain is his opponent. And they had a week to make the episode. And the election results were... the Tuesday was the election. South Park came out Wednesday. And Wednesday, Barack Obama was the president in the episode. And I was like, I don't know how the fuck they've done that. I don't know how they made an episode where they like...
I'm sure that it was like the same thing that they do with like Super Bowls. They probably made 2 episodes.
No, I'll tell you what they did because I know now. They just would look at the Vegas odds, and whoever had the lower odds, they would just make the episode about that. Because when Donald Trump became president, all the polls are wrong. And they had to completely restructure the episode. Really? And like retool it completely because they didn't expect. They literally thought Hillary was going to win, and they had to change everything that Tuesday night.
Really?
I don't know the full extent of it, but like I thought they made 2 episodes, but they didn't.
Really?
No, they would just go who was like the highest chance in Vegas odds because Vegas almost is never wrong with that shit. 2016 they were.
Really?
Oh yeah, because all the polls were like crazy for Hillary. He was dominating.
There was a
she was dominating.
Funny video made by Michael Rappaport where he goes, "You fucking lost, you fucking bozo," you know, like in his voice. He goes, "The fucking ghost of John McCain came up and whooped your ass." And that one really got me.
Yeah, because Donald Trump said John McCain wasn't really a hero or something. Because heroes don't get captured.
Yes. That guy's just insane.
That is funny, though, to say. They call
it's nuts. Hey, it's funny if you say it.
Yeah.
The president of our country, it's not as funny if he says it.
You see Chappelle's SNL monologue?
I watched it and fell asleep. I put it on as I was falling asleep.
Oh, was it live? Did you watch it live?
Yeah, I watched it live.
Yesterday? You watched SNL live?
Yes.
No fucking way.
No. I watched it this morning.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I gotta watch it. What was the joke that I heard that was actually pretty good?
I liked when he said that Chappelle's show is streaming currently on Netflix and on HBO Max, and I got paid $0, and that his great grandfather or great uncle, who was a slave, thought that he got sold and traded way more than he ever did, or something like that. I think he said the N-word a couple times, so I can't say verbatim. But that was my favorite joke.
No, you can say it verbatim. This is a safe place.
It's like a classic Office thing, doing the Chris Rock bit. Black people versus.
Oh, that's so good. I want to rewatch The Office fully through again.
Why?
I like it.
Why? To just be like everybody else?
That is the annoying part about it.
That everybody does that?
Yeah, people do like it so much.
Too much?
Yes.
When are they pulling The Office off? I thought they were going to do that.
I thought so too. I don't know. I mean, I think that Netflix dies if you pull that off.
NBC just started their fucking streaming service, which would mean that they'd probably put The Office on there, which is Peacock. That's what they're calling it. Man, that's gonna fucking.
I'm not going to watch shit on Peacock.
Neither will I.
I'll never buy Peacock.
The only
cut 2 years in the future.
I know Peacock is like the greatest.
Peacock literally runs the world.
What's annoying is
We still have 7 more minutes. We got to do this.
Peacock. Fuck.
Dude, I don't want to hear about fucking peacocks anymore,
NBC
man.
has.
We've been talking about peacocks for the last 2 hours.
NBC is obviously SNL, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
There is no complete collection of SNL out there. That doesn't exist.
Mm-hmm.
Like those copies, it's not like it's lost to time. Like there are copies out there, but because of the way that show is, it's like live music.
Yes.
With all the copy, like the same thing that the Twitch people are dealing with.
Yes.
There's so much copyright involved in like clearing the rights to music, and I think there's some other issues with it that it's impossible to like legally get out a full like a streaming version of SNL.
I never thought about that. You know what, the thing that always used to piss me off was trying to find like SNL like really good, like Cowbell.
Yeah,
that's one of the hardest fucking videos to find.
Yeah,
like you can't just like go to YouTube and type in need more Cowbell.
I don't know,
the greatest skits of all time.
I don't even know. There's also like some issues with certain sketches, like with uploading to YouTube. I don't know why. If NBC's Peacock was able to pull it off to have every single SNL episode out there, that would be like a legitimate like.
Yes.
Okay, but I don't think that's gonna happen because Hulu will have SNL episodes every now and then. You can go on Hulu and like,
really?
Yeah, like, oh, look at this is an episode from 1985 or like whatever fucking, or like from 2000. It'll have like a Lindsay Lohan episode, so you can watch it.
Since I've watched SNL,
I haven't watched a live SNL for probably 10 years.
Same here.
Definitely
it's been
since
a while.
Like fucking Bill Hader was in the cast, and
that was so good. I fucking love that.
Yeah.
Time period.
Mm-hmm.
That was just kind of fucking whatever. Well, we got a new president. That's cool.
Yeah, should we? I mean, we can just cut it, right? At this point.
Yeah, it's fine. We've done so much fucking talking already. It's been 2 hours. This is a 2 hour long episode.
We did. I mean, we did about basically a 2 hour podcast for us.
Yes.
Which only people will get about like 50 minutes of.
And I mean, people aren't going to get 50 minutes. They're going to get like the first minute and a half.
Comment, fuck you. Why is James wearing a do-rag? See you later.
Peace out.
All right, let's